Oh, got kitty on me.
Got Kitty on you. Hello there. Welcome to Holy Moonlight Crusaders. We are back. Hopefully our latency is minimized down to just about nothing. Though, oh no, don't tell me the stuff is froze. It hadn't. We're good. All right, so I've tried to get the latency down. Y'all tell me what you're seeing.
You are currently still talking, and you're running up a set of stairs.
All right, so it's a few seconds behind, but not far. Not like it was. So I'm Jaden Lampacta, the Nazarene preacher man. There are two others in the chat with me. I'll let them introduce themselves.
I am Tyler Normal Leg.
Tradesman Tyler with the normal
Tradesman
leg.
Tyler with the normal leg.
Durex Super Leg is here, but I'm trying to figure out how to move because I've got feedback coming in about 5 seconds behind. And it is very hard to talk with that going on.
Yeah, I see. Well, here we are. We got to get down here and flip a switch and come back.
Those horses look like the horses breathing fire in
Old Iron Keep.
Yep.
Old Iron Keep.
So why does Leon run like he's wounded?
Because he is. He does that when his health's low.
He is the wounded warrior. Now those don't look like zombies. Oh, I've seen that movie in Dark Souls. I mean Bloodborne.
Yes. Well, y'all just hold on for the DLC because in F16 we get a Bloodborne 2.
Are you saying we're currently not on Earth 1? We are in the parallel universe.
If we hang on long enough, we'll get a Bloodborne 2 out of it.
So, I was telling about this earlier when I was doing just myself in the chat. The controls for Resident Evil 4 haven't been refined much. It's like there's a spring that holds you back to the middle. And so, when you try to adjust the aim, it's always pulling you back straight. And I'm using multiple D-pads on the 8BitDo Lite controller. So that's kind of interesting, but it really doesn't matter. There's a lot of unused buttons in this controller too, so it's kind of weird. It would have been probably pretty good at the time, but it's also, it was really obvious the things that weren't improved with it. Like there's a lot of unused buttons, a lot of crazy configurations, like you've got to hold ZL or L to use the pistol. There's no quick reflex to just shoot or stab.
So this kind of looks like the Da Vinci Code, from what I remember of the Da Vinci Code.
You ready for something that'll look even more Da Vinci Code-esque?
What's that? The oh man.
Then we've got Darth Maul and his gang of Darth Maul wannabes.
I fell asleep during the Da Vinci Code.
You know, they thought
In
they
the
were being...
theater.
Oh.
Yes. Next thing I knew, the movie was over.
There are some things in the Da Vinci Code that they thought they were being smart with, but they really weren't. And then there are some things that were actually clever and interesting to think about.
Yes, I'm talking to Christina, she's walking around the TV.
Oh man. I don't think you're gonna get to put up there.
I know, like, sometimes he's a, like, super athlete, and other times he's like, oh no, there's a piece of tape on here, I guess I'll stop.
This window It's broken. I can't go through this window. I need the key.
Guess I'll die.
Guess I'll just die.
Guess I'll die. I do like that it distinguishes between when you are dead and when the mission fails because you don't save her. Oh, Tyler, you asked why she's following me, didn't you?
Yes.
So, Resident Evil, it's kind of like your archetypal hero saving the princess. She's the daughter of the president, I assume of the United States, but I'm not totally sure. And Leon is there to save her. I think they're in Spain, and this is like Los Illuminados or something like that. Some Illuminati-like cult. And so he's trying to save her. I don't know how far we're into the game. The first portion of the game, you don't have her. And then you have her.
The rest of the game.
Yes.
I would not expect a centipede to come up out of that head. Oh man, and that didn't. Oh, finally got me.
Yeah, they're sometimes impressive in their endurance.
Actually, you were talking about Darth Maul. I seen a meme of Darth Maul earlier, and it relates to the electrical trade.
Yeah.
It was a guy like spinning a piece of pipe. It had something like me running 100-foot straight runs of conduit. And then like it zoomed in on Darth Maul. Not impressed.
That's awesome.
I should have sent it.
Yeah, we need to see that. That sounds pretty cool. The electrician memes on Instagram are hilarious.
I like that. I really appreciate the HVAC one. And it's like the first week of summer. And me buying stupid stuff, and it's like a HVAC guy with a zebra. He done made so much money he can buy a zebra.
This secret is for me.
And if we could herd all these dudes together, we could smoke them with an incendiary grenade.
So if Resident Evil 4 took place today, would that be a Crimson Trace laser, or would it be a red dot?
I'm gonna say Crimson Trace laser.
I'm going red dot.
Well, what was... You know, we just played through Resident Evil 7. Did they have a laser or anything on the gun?
Dude, I barely even remember there being a gun.
I know, like...
You had a flamethrower, you had an old pump shotgun,
Yep.
and barely got like a full auto something. The AK. But I would think today, if this game was remade today, you would be running a red dot.
I mean, that would be the rational thing. But they may not know enough about... You're probably right. That's... Yeah, you sold me. I'm ready for it. If they were smart. If they were smart.
Yeah, if they were good. I kind of like this laser system with the enlarged dot whenever it hits the target. That's pretty good.
I think that if somebody was to do this in real life, we would have a owner more stuff like that on the 7. But I'm going to say that the developers of Resident Evil would still use the laser because they cannot give you a very good first-person shooter.
Well, actually, I was just about to say that Resident Evil has never really been a first-person shooter. It's been more of a side shot.
Dude, I don't think Resident Evil has ever had a good camera.
Yeah. Well, it's like they do that to obscure things. Or at least that's what I've always thought.
Well, this wouldn't be bad if the camera would stay when you move it. I don't know if you can kind of see, but like you push the button, and this is the same if you have a joystick. Even if you barely touch the joystick or not, it moves, and then it does what it wants.
Is it Resident Evil 6 that we have for the Nintendo DS?
No, that is Resident Evil Revelation. which is not part of the number series. That
It
game,
would be unplayable without the realistic edition.
with if you don't have the new 3DS, no, that's unplayable. But with the new 3DS, with that extra joystick, it's actually a really, really awesome game. Well, I think so. Since we had to redo the live stream, y'all want to give me some commentary on these pistols and stuff, everything we've got, the firearms?
Well, you got the 5.7, but from a far view, it kind of really looks like a Springfield when it's laying down. But when it comes up and you see that slide, I can really tell that that's a 5.7.
You didn't hurt them's fighting words.
Hey, we'll zoom out of it real quick.
Alright, and again, y'all forgive the delay.
See how it's laying there? That almost looks like it could play grip zone.
You just hold on to the grip zone.
Bring it back up again.
Bring it back up.
Which, you know what? I'm not gonna dog anybody for owning a Springfield. I own some.
I've owned one. Man, that looks awful 5.7. It looks like a 5.7 and a half when it had a baby.
Well,
it looks weird.
The
Yep.
slide is like too tall, so I understand where you're coming up XD, because rumor has it, if you stand on top of the floor height of an XD, you can see that the world is flat.
That's pretty awesome. Well, now I've gotten you called. Well, the
Do they have the offset? Yeah. Dude, they've even got the safety offset on it like they are in real life.
it's definitely based on the
I
5.7.
thought mine was broke when I first got it, because I was like, this isn't in the middle. There's no way this is right. And I had to look it up online. Everybody says like this.
What do you think about that shotgun? Is that a pump or is that a semi-auto?
It is a pump.
You may want to swap to something else. It looks like you got no ammos. Yeah, that's a pump.
And-
Make it big, make it big.
It's coming for you in big time. In low latency fun time.
Is it a Mossberg? Does it have the safety on the tang back there?
Can you rotate it a little bit? Yeah, I bet the safety's on that thing.
Which y'all keep in mind, this was made in 2005. They hadn't, and they're also trying to be copyright safe. So in this particular game, they don't actually give them their real names or anything like that.
What about the, is that an MP7? What is that other thing down there? What's your sub thing?
This is.
Why didn't they give it a 20-round magazine? Do they not know that the 5.7 is standard 20?
Yeah, it actually has a standard 10-round magazine in this game. You have to pay to upgrade it.
What is this, California?
Actually, I think that's just video game logic because it doesn't look any different after you pay to upgrade it.
Yeah, I want to see that tax stamp for that break.
TMP with tax stamp. Actually, they're in Spain.
Tori says hello and don't pick your nose because she sees you on live stream.
I hope that I have not.
Is your sniper rifle like a G36?
That looks like an HK gun.
You know, they've got some.
You know, the only people allowed to have HKs or video games are cartels.
Big oof. It is true though.
Oh, and movie people.
And movie people.
Wait, why is... I thought you were shooting that like a sniper rifle a minute ago.
We are. It functions as a sniper rifle. And that's the only way you can use it. Oh, the Resident Evil puzzle.
You must stand here and there at the same time.
Oh,
Follow me.
The crank.
I mean, imagine the guy who installs this. You're like, it's not very complicated. So it would be mechanically difficult to build, but it's not going to do a lot.
It doesn't do a lot of damage.
As opposed to
Why can't we pick up that morning?
like that was the bit of a kick. Wait till I finish him off. I do like that. Tear his feet clean off. Simulator. Man, this one's got a mask. You know what? I got a little something for him.
The grenade.
Could you imagine throwing a grenade in there?
I mean, could you imagine using with
That didn't do what I thought it would do.
oh no, the grenades suck. They are the trash simulator.
Are they made in China?
They're made in China. Actually, we're gonna get this. How y'all like that? We got a little bit of a stop and frisk policy going on here.
That is definitely video game logic.
Blows head clean off.
I'm not saying it wouldn't be far from it, but
And look, you can press A. In what world would Y be an action button? Oh my gosh! Or like, PlayStation Square! You're gonna come get me!
who put this in? Again, who installed a staircase that lowers by levels?
Do you think the contract for it paid well? Or do you think they killed whoever paid it?
What'd you say? What'd they do to him?
Do you think the contract paid well, or they just killed them when they were done?
I bet they got smoked afterwards.
Yeah, I bet they did too.
It's either that or they built it themselves, and that's why they're so protective over it.
Could be. They actually
Look, there's a
formed the
crane over
cult
there.
afterwards just so they could have some weird mystery for somebody to come explore this crazy place. They're like, oh, we've got to like kill the president's daughter or something that'll get the world's attention. Somebody has got to come check out this place.
Somebody's got to come through this.
You guys, did y'all see my hand crank staircase? It's not as functional as it is, you know, just like a conversation piece.
Oh man, my allergies are starting to act pretty bad.
This is not what I expected to happen.
I did not spend hardly any time
Watch
outside
out for
today,
me.
and my allergies have been whooping me.
I think my nose was plugged up outside. I come inside and like, hello, yes. This is that.
And if anybody's out there watching in the chat, feel free to drop us a comment. Oh gosh, where's she at?
So
Did she climb up your back? Got her.
And I don't even know how to get up there myself.
So how long do y'all think it'll be before all pistols are just naturally built to put red dots on?
I think we're already kind of there.
We're getting there.
It's normal now.
Block is already there. Like, they have no reason to make a non-MOS version, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can almost agree with that.
Sell me on why you would disagree with it.
I am still part of the meal game.
Well, what if it came milled from the factory? Like it's just set up for it.
If they just milled it for you for that dot,
Yeah.
instead of doing the base plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be okay with that.
Watch
My
out for
biggest
me.
problem with the MOS is still, they just sit up higher. I know that's me being ultra basic.
Well, I'm saying, why couldn't the slides just be designed in such a way ready for it?
Well, I mean, the MOS system works great. Tyler has one.
I love it.
Dang.
But I guess my argument is if
Getting smoked.
if you wanted a red dot, you can just buy the MOS. If you didn't want a red dot, you can still just buy the MOS. But
Yes.
I
Yeah,
know
you
what you're
don't
saying.
have to put one on there.
Right. I guess if you just want it to sit a little lower and to be a little more sturdier, I guess you could say.
Man, did I show you that mount? What
Yeah.
company makes it?
Yeah, you've been talking about that mount for a while, and it sounds like it's pretty legit.
It is legit. Oh man, I'm turning on the baby toy.
Baby toy, baby toy. Look at like this nasty picture.
I tell you what, I would be more upset. Actually, I'll tell you
Watch
this,
out for
I am
me.
more upset with Trigicon not including an anti-flicker plate than I am with the MOS system if you overtake the screws expensive.
Oh yeah. Those screws should be.
Well, so if you over tighten it and you bend it, that's on you. But Trigicon knows that those dots fit. And yet
Yeah.
you still gotta source a third party plate. As far as I know.
Trigicon makes a plate, and it's like a $4 part. But you buy your $500 part, and they're like, yeah, we can't ship it with this $4 part. That's an extra $4 on you.
Yeah, you don't have to buy that like third party. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure my anti-flicker plate was Trigicon.
Oh, is it?
I think it is.
Mine was from a different company. I think it was Battlefield. But regardless, if you have to source that after you buy a $500 option, it's frustrating.
Yeah.
Because I thought I did something wrong. I was like, why is this dot flickering? I told the internet told me, no, your optics is different.
I hope y'all see me just smoking these baddies, man.
Dude, I don't know where they're all coming from. But we had to have killed them all by now.
Oh, who knows where they're coming from?
I know it's kind of a cheap thing, but some of the cheaper red dots that have like a lower refresh rate on that dot,
Yeah.
like it makes it quicker. And aside from annoying you, it actually keeps it pretty good chunk of making the dot.
Oh, I got you.
Where are you going, Leon?
It gives you something to kind of side in on.
Yeah. I'm no way like advocating for this, but it is
Where are
kind
you
of cool.
going, Leon?
I'll ask her where she's going.
Alright, I am gonna put my earbud down for 1 second. I'll be right back.
I wish we could get up there. It looks like there's some treasure up there. They do have like their Phantom of the Opera proof chandelier. Won't be dropping that on anybody. So here we are, Resident Evil 4. The Revelations. Well, this isn't Revelations. This is just Resident Evil. And what's the point in that? Like, that's silly game architecture.
Guys, this could be my last week off,
Yeah?
hypothetically. As far as I know, I'd be back to go to work on June 1st.
Oh yeah, dude, I meant to ask you, what do you think your schedule is gonna be like?
4:18 p.m. to 12:18 a.m. Unless they want to run 10 hours, then it will be 4:18 p.m. to 2:18. Excuse me, 2:48 a.m. Monday through Friday. So,
Have you looked into that Chin track day at NCM?
negative. I have not. When did
It's
the...
full up on novice.
Oh, is it?
Here we got some interesting art. This is
I
what
need
I...
to look into it more because it looks like novice like assigns an instructor to you,
Oh, that's cool.
like for the weekend.
That sounds cool.
Oh, I forgot to look for treasure. We did miss treasure.
Oh Lord, I had messed up.
I have messed up. I missed some treasure. We gotta go back. We must return.
I have to talk to Mimic Chest into fight me at the same time.
Oh, no.
So you're playing Dark Souls 3,
Yes, I am.
PS4 edition?
Yeah.
Where are you at in it?
Profane Capital. I am about to roll in here and smoke the giant one. Yorm.
Nightly dog check. Whose dogs are passed out?
Man, you just, as you said it, Count walked into the room and slammed down into his bed. and put his head on the edge of it like it's a little pillow.
I've got one passed out on the couch and one passed out on the floor.
Nice.
I had a cat that had burrowed up in my lap, but Christina put it to bed.
Oh, man. Cat. Are they running natural gas or is that are those fire? A wood burning?
I'm gonna say they're spook fire.
Spook fire? Yeah. So unlimited.
Unlimited.
Nice. Huh.
But you like their methodology of getting jewelry?
Yeah, how'd you know that was up there?
The map. It shows you a little star where there's treasure.
That's cheap.
Well, you have to...
Dark Souls, you would never know.
No, you have to buy the map that shows you where the treasure is, but...
Oh. Yeah, but if it was Dark Souls, man, like, you would never, ever, ever.
It wouldn't even shine and flicker in Dark Souls. Not only would you not have a map, it wouldn't shine. It would be completely blended in with the wall. You would just have to know to hit it there. And you'd only be able to shoot it there if you talk to the right person in advance.
And invited them back to Firelink.
Yes.
If you accidentally made them mad, it's over.
Yeah.
No treasure for you, start the game over.
That is in fact how it operates.
And it might be trash treasure too. It might not even be good.
Might be rubbish.
It might be rubbish.
It might be some pyromancy you don't even care about.
Yeah. Here you got more Chop's hand clean off simulator. Y'all check out this guy. He is the merchant.
Welcome.
Down. Oh no, you're going over.
Got
Oh,
some
okay. That's kind
rare
of Dark
things
Souls.
on
Yes.
sale,
Well,
stranger.
I like how he's got like his menu on his belt. Can y'all imagine going to the store like this? Like you go to buy a gyro or go to Subway and the guy's like, all right, here's what we got. He like pulls
me
open
open
his
up
coat.
On my left side of my trench coat, I have.
What
like-
are you buying?
So here's that. That has an HK slide. But then it's got some other cheap stuff on it.
Oh, wait, go back one. Go to the Mauser.
Yeah, the Red 9.
Yeah.
That looks like he's been holding on to that for a long time.
Let me show y'all the
What are you
blacktail. Let me go over.
buying?
Now you want something that needs to say grip zone. And they say it's a 9mm. They say all the handguns are 9mm. I would say this is more likely to be a 40 in real life.
That possibly could be.
Well, I mean, it could be a 9, but that looks like the sort of thing that would be a law enforcement.
Oh, my
size.
earbuds have died.
Well,
So
how can
I'm
we?
like
How can
down
we?
to holding
Where's
phones to the ear.
Go back to the Marty Robbins. Go to the Broken Butterfly.
Oh, it does 13 damage. Dang, you know we ought to buy that.
It's easy.
I see you having other things. Gun's not just about shooting.
When
It's
they put
about
a
reloading. You'll
big
know
iron
what
on
I'm
his
talking
hip.
about.
But I haven't got any Magnum ammo for it yet, so I'm not gonna buy it yet because I haven't seen any ammo for it. You got the mine thrower. I haven't seen any ammo for that.
Maybe it's you don't see ammo for it until you actually pick it up.
Well, that's not how the others worked. Like there was
Come back
ammo for the
anytime.
others before I got them.
Oh, okay.
Well, I've got some
What
stuff.
what system did this game originally come on? PlayStation?
What are
Wait,
you
not
selling?
PlayStation. Yeah, this game. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say PlayStation. Was it a GameCube game? Because I know there's like GameCube
Is
Resident
that
Evil,
all?
right?
You know, I don't know.
Is that all? Thank you. Is that all?
Hope
Is
Sigrid
that
is
all?
in here when I go in here and fight
Is that
this
all?
dude. Take my mage
Thank
sword
you.
off. Where does Storm Ruler go?
Hold this convoluted button. Hold that convoluted button.
How do y'all like the only way to beat this boss is to pick up the
Storm ruler.
you have to pick up the sword that's in the boss fight and then equip it, which is no easy task.
No, especially not in Dark Souls, because it doesn't freeze what you're doing. Yeah, it's one of the few puzzle bosses in Dark Souls, which Dark Souls 3 has more puzzle bosses than most Dark Souls do, because it has the Great Wyvern, which is kind of a puzzle boss.
Yeah, that's a puzzle boss.
Which one?
Super Mega Ultra Dragon.
The one you fall on.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yep. Yeah, you gotta fall on him. But if you miss, you die.
You die. Oh, y'all check this out. They thought they'd pull a fast one on somebody.
I see some treasure.
Yeah. Man, there was a guy on the news today who was like all panicking, like, "Oh, there are people, they're children, they're not wearing masks, they're going out in public," and I now understand why Steve Dace refers to it as panic porn. because he was talking about the number of corona deaths are going out, and children they're wanting to go back to school, and it was a reporter on like a local news station around here, and I was like, dude,
No.
the numbers are in like it is very deadly for people living in a nursing home. The flu, I think, is 17 or 19 times more deadly for children. And I know the flu is very deadly for children. It's very, very tragic. But to act like, and you know that's fake emotion he's doing. I was watching that, and y'all forgive me, I'm going to talk like the Apostle Paul for a second. I watched that dude sin in his pants on live television with that, and I was like, this is disgusting. This is vile. This was gross. To sit there and watch him, the panic, self-pleasuring is grotesque. It makes you want to go vomit somewhere seeing him act like that.
Yeah.
You alright?
I'm fine. Leave me alone.
The lady that checked me out at Walmart today, her face,
Yep.
it was barely even covering her mouth.
Yeah.
And I was like, is that pretty bothersome? You just over
Ashley!
it? She's like, yeah, I'm over it. It's hot in here. I can't breathe. This thing ripped, like, as I put it on. She's like, I'm not even.
Don't worry, Ashley. I'm
I
coming
told
for
her,
you.
you should be able to sign a waiver stating that you don't want to wear it.
But it's not about their health. It's about other people.
It's not about my health. It's about other people's health. So,
Or to quote,
to quote Cuomo, that's your death, not mine.
that's perhaps maybe what?
Flanagan, what happened? The transmission got...
My onion bro friend and I have just rolled up.
Look at this. This. I want you to just look at what's on the screen right now. You've got Child Napoleon, who is maybe supposed to be older. I don't know. I couldn't tell. They're somewhere between a very young-looking person and a very elderly-looking person. They couldn't figure out what they were doing there.
It's called Trouble Youth.
Troubled youth.
Yeah.
When your childhood's so bad that
You gotta smoke a smoothie.
Yeah. They turn you into that. Leon. You know,
Oh, where's the girl at?
she got, did y'all not see that? She got sucked up. All these spikes, it was really dramatic, over the top. Spikes come up, the wall twisted around and sucked her in.
I might have been blowing my nose.
Dude, it was over the top. Though it wasn't as over top as the reporter just panicking all over himself to children.
Wanting to go to school.
Yeah.
Now look, you know good Lord could probably like bust through some of that.
Oh yeah.
He did, but
And video game logic. Leon, he pulled like a roundhouse kick and took somebody's head clean off.
you know what's funny though? There is more video game logic going on right now
There is.
than there is in video games.
Yeah. You're
Yep. Well, you know, they want you to wear the mask to stop the virus, but the virus penetrates the mask.
well.
Yep.
And my thing is, if people personally wanted to wear a mask, I wouldn't. I have no problem with that. But when people get treated like children,
It's almost. Oh, I'm sorry.
well, I mean, go ahead. But is this a Houdini spice? We just found a Houdini spice.
I was trying to figure out today if it's. Are they trying to construct values?
Yes. Big time. Yes.
Or maybe not values, but morals.
Have you not noticed every commercial on there is this is the new normal. This is the way it is now.
Hey.
We're all in this together.
Before we get past the Western values, one of the big things that is fundamental to Western civilization, and it comes from the New Testament logic of you being born again, is this whole idea that you as an individual, you are worthy of making decisions that affect your life. You see, in the time before Jesus, even within the Jewish world, you know, whatever tribe you are, whatever birth order you are, how wealthy your family is, all of that pretty much predetermined your life. You know, people talk now about, oh, it's all about man versus woman. No. That is not how the ancient world worked. It didn't matter if you were a man or not. The chances of you having power in society was pretty small. If you're not randomly born into a very, very select few. But the whole idea of personal agency, which is this idea that each individual, you matter. You as an individual matter. Your morality matters, the decisions, your quality of life matters, and God came to you and said, you can make a decision that will affect your eternal soul. Not some political group for you, not some elite, not somebody who's a philosopher, but you. And that has shaped Western civilization and made Western civilization unique. That is a big value that they're trying to strip away. No longer, and thank goodness these people weren't around, or this mentality wasn't controlling the world to the extent it was when driver's license first became a thing. Because even if this virus affected all age groups the same way that it does the elderly, provided that, why would the answer be, you no longer get to make decisions for yourself? That is a huge Western civilization value that they're trying to just completely do away with. That it's selfish for you to want to have personal agency. Selfish for you to want to make decisions that affect your life, real decisions that affect your life, not what color shirt do you wear, not if you have Leon's hairstyle, but should have gotten him a wedgie. And probably deodorant, because dude, he probably stinks. His hair is looking like that. But it's beside the point. I'll let y'all respond to that whole personal agency thing.
Well, it's kind of hard to deal with people when they get to be so I wish my allergies would make their decisions on like going away.
Alright, let's do something a little bit more powerful from here. Uh-oh, Chop's head clean off! Bite's head clean off. I was just about to say, y'all, I think I'm actually starting to get good at this game, and then suddenly... No. You are bad at this game.
How long you been playing Dark Souls? 3 years. So you're good at it? Not really.
Yeah. It is a courtesy for him to be visible while he's on you.
You know, maybe I didn't play enough Resident Evil games growing up, but I don't remember like bugs being funny.
Dude, it is only recently that we've got past the zombies. Y'all really did come into the game right when we got past the zombies. Because that's basically all that it's been until now. And to reload, you have to hold the button that pulls up the gun and then press B. There's enough buttons that it's not necessary to be that complicated.
tell you what else would be more efficient would be
Yeah. Y'all think that shoulder holster is comfortable? What do y'all think's less comfortable, that belt he's wearing or the shoulder holster?
Belt.
Let's go with the shoulder. That looks like a chainsaw thing on it. It's pretty good.
I think, I mean, you ain't really got a lot of weight hanging off of that. I don't think shoulder holsters are terribly uncomfortable. But dude, that little thin belt with all that crap he's got off of that's
Is it cutting down his accuracy?
I've been trying to sell y'all on like battle belts and I ain't getting nowhere with it.
How rude of me. Oh, what? We missed a treasure back there?
I like the battle belt.
We gotta turn around. What do you think about that? Do you think that drop leg holster is trying to rip his pants off?
I don't know. I do like the drop leg.
I do
More
too.
than that little bitty belt is.
I like
Do we
drop leg holsters too, but they are dead set on ripping your pants off. They can be.
Is that why Laura Croft wears them with the shorts?
She's like, I beat you to it. Just don't wear pants.
Rips pants clean off.
Rips pant clean
I
off.
will go ahead and wager that those dual drop leg holsters on bare skin rashes over more than anything Leon is wearing.
I would say so. Hey, is Jackal ammo a ripoff of Wolf ammo?
You know, I didn't even think of that, but I bet it is.
I bet it is. So I bet he is running either polymer, lacquered ammo, or just plain steel cased. Changed my mind.
Well,
I'm sold.
I'm not. As a Gucci 5.7 owner, you got two options in 5.7.
You've got the FN brand.
You've got FN and you've got American Eagle, so
Well,
This is
the
video game
FN
price.
ammo is red. The Jackal ammo is for the TMP.
oh okay.
So
It could
he's
be.
running American Eagle in the FN.
Yeah.
When did Wolf release their ammo?
Are you saying it predated this game or post-dated this game?
Maybe. Let me do
I
a
don't
quick
know.
search.
I like where this is going. We need to figure out something like we did last night, like the price of a Rose and Rapture. It's $34.
You're telling me though that FN has been out since 1998.
I mean, it's kind of a niche market. There's only like two guns. Well, until the Ruger 5.7 drops, and then the 5.7 ARs. I mean, it's Wolf Performance Ammunition was founded in 2005.
When this game came out.
2005.
Maybe it's just coincidental because there's no way to do it.
Honestly, they started work on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Is he dead? Is he dead?
On our screen, I think it's wrong.
He just died in mine. This was the game that had the urinal with the toilet paper rack next to it, and that was the whole bathroom. And that's a bad time.
Speaking of urinals, and I'm not trying to get too far down this rabbit hole, but I don't know if it was a meme or just like satire. It had to be satire. That's the way I'm taking it. But I guess the company like closed off the urinals, like every other urinal, so you could social distance in the men's bathroom. But
Most unnecessary move ever.
I thought that was just like common practice anyway.
Yeah, that total redundant move.
We take care of that ourselves.
Yeah. That one was not needed.
So, anybody listening out there in the corporate world that have bathrooms that did that, it was totally unnecessary.
But you do get to feel better about micromanaging.
See, that's the thing. Like, why is the micro tyranny necessary? All right, we'll read this. What do we got here? Some Luis Mimo. Luis is a character in this game, so I guess it's the same Luis. There are some parasites that have been the ability to control their host. It's basic knowledge among biologists, but not much is known how the parasites do it. Yeah, he's Spanish. Not Mexican, but Spanish. Studying these parasites specifically might reveal some clues as to how the powers of the Las Plagas work. And perhaps provide more insight into the victims of the Las Plagas, the Las Ganados. Like who? Who stops by? And Luis is supposed to be like a former Spanish police officer who like stops by and makes those notes and then just throws them down in a sink. Like, oh, yeah. I documented some random things I found and even got some Latin names for them put together, so I think I'll throw this down in a random sink here.
Maybe he was imprisoned in there.
I guess. That actually makes more sense than anything
This door is too rusted to open.
I just killed one of the largest monsters ever seen on the face of the earth.
What?
And I can't deal with this rusty door handle.
Oh.
Yeah, okay.
This rusty door handle, it is the end.
Better funnel through that same entrance as everybody else at Walmart then.
Yep. So, this capture card seems to be working good. I had to reset it once.
Is that why it was chattery earlier?
Actually, I don't remember how I solved that problem. I think I just closed OBS and restarted it. It was using the wrong audio encoder. I don't remember how I fixed it.
It updated.
It updated for your own.
For your own convenience. Can y'all name a single thing that, a single piece of technology that's ever updated and you've been like, this is better?
Actually, I will. A couple changes that were made into their photo options to where you can actually edit a couple things more. So like, Apple used to not let you rotate a video, but I think you can do that now instead of having a third party software. So that might
Unpopular. Apple never update and they just run third party to fix stuff.
it would probably do better to do it like that. I do appreciate the attempt. You know one update that they missed out on with the first generation?
What?
They didn't have a camera on their first gen phone.
Really? The original iPhone didn't have a camera?
No camera. Every other phone on Apple.
Well, you gotta have a reason to buy it. Oh no, Bite's head clean off.
As far as I remember.
Oh, that was the level of gore I was expecting.
Let me fact check myself.
Oh
Oh,
no,
no, I think it did have a camera.
this starts me all the way back here. You get to be kidding me. Well, that's already broke open, so maybe not.
No, I guess it did have a camera. I'm wrong. For some reason, I thought it did.
Maybe it was an option.
Maybe. Dang, the original one was $500 for 4 gigs. 600
4
for 8
gigs was all it had.
Yep.
But then again, I remember when 4 gigs was a lot. I had an iPod Shuffle that had 512 megabytes. And like, it was awesome.
I'm not sold on like higher quality memory storage.
Yeah, it's like it almost becomes a obsolete point to have more memory if everything is a bigger file.
When you can fit all of GoldenEye and have space left over on an N64 cartridge, and now they give it to you and they're like, yeah, you couldn't even hold it for this thing. Wrong, because I've actually played a whole video game.
And it wasn't Paul either.
No, it was not Paul. It was like the legit game. Did you ever play that one, Tyler?
Which one?
GoldenEye.
I've
on
played
N64.
the multiplayer with other people. Never just taken it up. But as far as I remember, it's a lot of fun. It's still very nostalgic.
Did y'all ever have the cheat codes for it?
All this stuff.
I don't remember it.
See that. I feel like that's something else that was on.
Cheat codes.
Cheat codes used to be like the cool thing to do in games. Now everybody's like, I want it harder. Make it harder.
I don't remember where we got the cheat codes from.
From like PlayStation.
Happy puppy
Yeah.
dog.
Happy Puppy. I used to remember.
Well, we had strategy guides and things. I actually remember, and for those, if there's anybody listening to this, Derek Superleg is my brother. He's my older brother. I remember Derek playing Tomb Raider 2 and me reading the strategy guide out loud.
So I had my childhood friend, written down
purposefully ripped out? Or
I don't think
or
they're.
just
I think they were accidentally ripped out, but
just from use?
yeah. Like I almost think you bought it
Oh. What?
back when that was a thing.
What?
I don't know if y'all remember that or not, but you used to be able to trade in strategy guides.
You know, that kind of sounds familiar. I do remember strategy guides being a real big deal. Which, I guess they're kind of a big deal now, but I remember them really being a big deal.
But well, crap, there was no way. So I know y'all don't know much about Final Fantasy, but you have to get specific materia, which is the magic in the game. You have to breed specific birds that'll walk the whole map. There's no way you can do that. It's like a 20 micro step.
Well, when you were talking about the pages being out, I thought like it was so convoluted of a game that you just spent that much time in the strategy guide to reach the guide got.
That's probably part of it. I don't know. I know we were ground for the most part. No, that what felt like 12 hours. Play all the whole time. So trying to navigate that to get to, I think I was trying to get Mewtwo, the final Pokemon.
Mewtwo, the final Pokemon.
It was I think that's a bomb.
That shotgun looks to be more effective than that.
Much.
Okay.
Much. The subgun does like 0.3 points of damage or something like that. And the shotgun I think does 6. Well, we'll look at it and see. Let's compare. It does 0.6 firepower compared to 5.0.
5.0.
So you
That's
got
a
your
good number.
Yeah, 600 cc's versus a 5-liter engine. Or no, 600. Yeah, it is cc's. Sin's Fortress? Are we playing Dark
Lord.
Souls?
Oh lord.
Bloodborne Chalice Dungeons?
Essentially, you have done Captain Adair cross-platform.
We have done the cross-platform play that I was ready for personally.
What happened to that? Wasn't there some talk about that? Did cross-platforming
If we can quote unquote,
I pushed the wrong button to run.
that means he got knocked off?
The Splat Simulator.
dude, he got chopped in half the long way, the hard way.
That was bad. Oh well, it was forgiven. So we'll be back here. That's almost not punishing you now. That wasn't a Dark Souls level punishment.
You ought to lose all your weapons.
I pushed A instead of B.
You better watch out for that snake man.
Even the ladders look a little bit
Naked
like
man,
Dark Souls.
there's about to be a naked man covered in red with a stick coming in here to eat.
A bacon egg covered in bread.
This really does look quite a bit like Sin's Fortress.
Man, what else was a good game growing up?
Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
The Tomb Raider series, the Need for Speed series,
Yeah.
the
Need for
Gran
Speed was
Turismo
really
series. The Tony Hawk series.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was great. Those were standard bearers that aren't really replaced. Like, Nathan Drake kind of goes in the direction of Tomb Raider, but it's almost too fast-paced. Like, Tomb Raider moves slowly like Dark Souls, and it's calculated. There's a lot of room for error. Tony Hawk was kind of a big open... It's kind of what I would have considered an open-world game at the time. You could explore, you could do something serious, or you could just mess around.
You could build your own skate park.
Yeah, that was fun stuff.
Yeah,
You want me to try to
you
kill
could
all
do,
them
I
at
think you
once?
could do that in the second Tony Hawk.
Yeah, the first one didn't have that. The second one was way better. The third one was pretty good. 4 was alright. I never got into the skate game.
Yeah, I didn't either. Which was Tony Hawk Underground? Was that 3?
That was
Or was that
PS2,
its own
wasn't it?
game?
I think that was its own game.
Yeah, I don't think it was part of the numbered series.
That was its own game. There's Underground, American Wasteland.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that.
I
The
can't remember.
SSX games were good.
Oh, yeah, the snowboard ones.
Oh, yeah, those were fun.
Yeah.
Pretty much all those sports games that weren't
Dave Mira.
like soccer or football, but they were Tony Hawk. They were snowboarding, skateboarding, biking, stuff like Too Extreme. Those were pretty cool. I feel like that genre,
I got one right here. Twisted Metal.
Twisted Metal, that was
yeah, dude,
awesome.
Twisted Metal was good.
Now that was one I would use the cheat codes on to get like the clown car or whatever it's called.
Sweet Tooth.
Sweet tooth.
Sweet Tooth.
That's good stuff.
You know, my thing was
So, this was before the internet. Well, before I was exposed to the internet on Twisted Metal. We actually, me and some of my friends divvied up cars and tried to get cars and then we would exchange codes so that we could like take that car and beat it to see that cutscene.
Oh, that's
But
cool.
instead of
Oh.
everybody doing all however many cars, we all took like a couple and tried to.
That was probably one of the first few games that had a lot of different endings in it.
I didn't realize it had different endings.
Yeah, it depended on who. It
Yeah.
had a different ending for every character.
Yeah, every
Impressive.
character had a different ending.
Yep.
Man, I thought it was just like
Welcome.
wreck them up.
Got some rare things on sale, stranger.
Tekken. Did y'all ever play Tekken?
I never played any of the tournament fighter
Come
games.
back
Really.
anytime.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Oh man, so y'all know that GameStop, not GameStop, Game Crazy and Hollywood Video, where y'all seen my red card for like the first time.
Yeah.
Which was a 89 notchback plus a Rolex. But me and my buddy Daniel growing up, we would ride over there on our skateboards. And we rolled up in there one day, they were having a Soul Calibur tournament. And long story short, these guys were rashed over because I came in second and I had never touched the game. And Soul Calibur was fighting. I never touched it, but I rolled up in there in second place.
Do y'all see this art here? It kind of looks a little bit like Aldrich, Guinevere, Gwendolyn, whatever it is.
That kind of looks like the dude that sits in the chair. The old one that sits in the chair?
Marta Ligarius?
No. He sits in Firelink Sean's chair. Go up and talk to him. Like he
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. He's kind of a little bit depressed. Or he's a
got no
cynic.
legs.
got no legs, Lieutenant Dan.
He's somebody that exiled, I think.
Yeah. So,
We're pretty close to a bonfire. Let me warp back and find his name.
how close are we to becoming nerds?
Oh, I'm there.
You're there.
I mean, I made some stuff for some people playing Magic the Gathering
Are
the
we-
other day. So
When you start running capture cards, it's over.
it's over.
You just need a diaper.
No. We have a capture card, but I think we're all fully functional.
Bloodlith of Courland.
I mean, it's going to be generic, but they're saying the Las Plagas. Obviously, Las Plagas would be Spanish for like the plague. So you got DD. It's like La Ferrari, which is a model of Ferrari. The La Ferrari. I like how they've got like their tribal beat jams down there. Imagine like just sitting in the sitting room, like, yes, we sit here with our fine art. We sit, we enjoy. Well, this looks like the nun from Valak. Conjuring series. Is there a save game anywhere near here? Let's go back and save. That green door kind of reeks a little bit of boss battle to me. Maybe not. It didn't look like one on the map, so who knows. We're gonna save anyway. Maybe we need to pick up this anyways. No, that's just there for you to look at. Imagine being contracted to make those sculptures, which are the same thing, so we'll say they were cast or something. We want upside down hanging sculptures without arms. They're big. It have the head on both sides. Uh-oh, the
I tell you
chat's-
what else was a fun game was ATV Off-Road Fury.
Yes! I would put that in like the Tony Hawk snowboarding game a little bit.
I don't think I ever played that one.
Oh, that was... Yeah, that was a lot of fun. You had that for the PS2, didn't you?
I would say that game is underrated, because I would put that in one of the top 5, top 10 class video games.
Can you guess what game spent 8 years on the Super Nintendo?
Anything made by Nintendo.
Say that again?
What game on Super Nintendo fetched?
I'm gonna say the Zelda series, Mario Duck Hunt.
Let me go with like something you want to think about.
Oh, something that probably wouldn't happen a lot.
I don't know, Duke Duck.
Like, alright, the Bass fishing games. Those were like selling for, I don't know, mid-30s to $50 a piece in the early 2000s. Which to me, I would never think they would pay that much more, but apparently they're really popular.
Why would you not want to take it? I guess if your inventory's full. Somebody's working on a microphone somewhere.
I'm eating Skippy peanut butter bites and they have pretzels in the middle of them.
I actually just polished off a couple of Nutter Butters myself.
I ain't ate anything. You ready to smoke? Man in the Iron Mask.
What was that game on? I think it's PlayStation 3. It was a shooting game. Army of Two. Is that
Oh yeah, that was a game.
I never
had that.
played it.
I had it. It wasn't a long game, but
But it was slow the same way Dark Souls 2 was slow.
Oh man, that's painful to be a shooting game.
It just seemed like you, it wasn't Gears of War slow, but it's like your character just never moved.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking about. Or Army of Two. Army of Two is a game, right?
Yeah, Army of 2 is a game, and it was fun. Because it was meant to be played 2-player.
yeah.
What would we play on Xbox? I
Halo?
don't remember a lot on Xbox. Well, 360. Anyway, for me, I never got to Halo.
Halo was fun. The Forza games I really like the Forza games.
Yeah, buddies. Y'all ready to see what we can do with Big Bubba? There's not even any real bait yet.
It's locked. Yeah, but I could probably bust through that.
Well, he'll kick through like a prison gate.
That door is too nice to bust through.
He'll kick through that door.
Oh, he'll kick that one open, but not the other one.
And then he politely opens it. Dog, you gotta get your priorities in order.
Look at that dude was still coming at you with his arms folded like his shit.
Yeah, I can't figure out if they're supposed to be real or not. I know I've said that several times. I hate to just repeat myself. But I don't know if they have a limited amount of character models. Okay. That just got real.
Oh, boy.
It looks like he's more of a hands-off RPG.
He's gonna tear up his wallpaper doing that.
Nice wall. So, I don't know if y'all ever watched Eyes Wide Shut.
Do not.
I don't remember a lot about it. I know it was a Tom Cruise, like Nicole Kidman movie. And I know it was very cultish. But a little bit that I do remember really kind of looks like this game. I don't think they had a weapon like that in it, but there was a lot of robes and sacrificing in that movie.
Well, I'm like not an architect,
But this is dumb.
but how do these doors hinge like that?
Inside and outside, they got the double hinge.
I mean, there are doors that are made like that. At our grandmother's house, the doors are made like that on a couple of them.
But they're rare.
Yeah, it's a rare. It's an oddity.
Did they opt for the SADA the single action, double action decocker model
Evidently.
doors. Yeah, that's an upcharge on every door. Do it. It must be kick proof too, because Dylan is just plowing through them with his foot.
If Leon was made today, what hairstyle would they give him? Would he have like the shaved sides, which I don't know how to describe it, but then like a lump on the top?
Well,
or like a man bun?
first you got to figure out what Leon is. Is he masculine, or is he just?
You know, well, let's just have some brutal honesty. When you see that haircut, you don't immediately think he's like a super masculine guy.
Okay, so he would probably be rocking the bun, or
He does a few things.
he'd probably be clean shaven. He probably should be clean shaven though.
As somebody who is clean shaven, you know, it's become so common not to be clean shaven.
Yeah. You know, I don't know what happened, but around 2010, beards became extremely popular again, and that's like the first time since the 70s,
Yeah.
I think.
I had a beard until like a month or two ago. I had big chunks of it falling out and I used to have a real thick beard, and then quarter-sized clumps of it fell out, so I just shaved it all off.
Well, that's not like the beard that I'm talking about. I'm talking like
Big beard.
the
Yeah.
beard down
Lumberjack.
to your chest.
You've got Jesus on the cross there. Somebody on a guillotine.
I tell you what, I think I would rather have a man bun than the fade haircut that has like the hard part where they like shave that little strip so it has to part.
Yeah.
That is not for me.
I think I'd rather just be buzzed off and call it a day. If that was not an option, I don't really know what I would do.
Yeah, I think he would have the hard part that Derek was talking about.
So just a shorter version of what he had.
Just a shorter version. Yeah, I think the top would actually be the exact same. Just the, just you can kind of see he's got. I think the rest would be like shaved down short.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
What a
It's
pleasant
the big
surprise.
craze with soccer.
But I'm afraid
Yeah.
it's Ashley Weed.
That part, his part would be over more than one side of the head.
If you don't need me,
I
then
think
get off
I
my
think the
back,
whole
old
soccer
man.
type is pretty
Did
close
you
to taking
say
him.
old man, Mr. Kennedy? It
But without
might come
using
as a
deodorant.
surprise,
And
but
wears
I'm
black
only
blue
20
jeans.
years old.
So you're just like all the others? A puppet of the parasites?
Surely you don't
Well, are
think
black
I'm
blue
the
jeans
self
even a thing anymore?
diminutive ganados. The
Yes,
parasites
they
that
still
plague
are
our
around.
slaves
Are they?
to my will. I have
Derek, what are your thoughts? Is this a kid or a?
control.
Well, I really don't give a damn. Rain or shine, you're going down.
Get rid of our American friend.
Not to be rude, but he just took out a pretty big weapon, and they think these sights are gonna slow him down.
Yeah, I was about to say, like,
Look at him. He ain't even got to just go ahead and lay down.
dang, that bomb.
Yeah, no, I started to reload it, and I was like, you know what? I haven't been riding out and living with my choices.
Yeah.
You know, it looks good on top of that head.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Would y'all believe that it's a harder sell to get people to put a red dot on a shotgun than on a pistol?
Patches!
Those kind of look like patches.
Hey, now they just escalated things to a whole new level, too.
Oh.
Yeah, like, yeah. Like, why didn't you lead with that? They're obviously not very serious about taking out Leon. And don't y'all like how it says his name on the screen? That
you know who he is.
do you think that gives him warm fuzzies to know that his name is just there?
Well, he has a name badge, so he's important.
He does have a name badge. Look at that guy. He just slowly turns around and is like, I really don't care.
I didn't sign up for this.
I didn't sign up for this. This is my weekend on it.
Why are they running?
I know they're not very good being goons, are they?
No.
Well, I mean, this man did take out the boss with the minigun.
Time to read the Bible. Oh, whatever they're making.
I just heard the Tomb Raider mummy sound.
You can totally have a hard time selling a red dot on a shotgun. Just don't. I would say the buzz is probably because of that. Yeah, they would probably be the hard ones to sell that.
Oh.
It's okay to have a story.
Oh, I didn't realize the head was.
It's okay to put a scope that magnifies you out to the hair on the deer. But how dare you have a red dot?
We've already seen this once. Were they not? They weren't even serious that time. They were like, we're gonna
blow you up.
Alright, he's a lot tougher than I thought he was.
Oh man, he just took 2 grenades to the chest.
Well, look at what Patches just took.
Oh, take clean off. That guy just went with that.
Fight of the ages. The mummy who won't die versus the man who survived 4 RPG shots.
Point blank. Which I guess it doesn't matter with an RPG, but still. Y'all think he's tough? Think about this floor up under him too. That's a pretty tough floor.
I don't know who built that place, but I want them to come like build me a shop. I want them to build me a house on the beach.
Yeah, that's...
Did you think that? You think they spec that out for like? Yes. Pour this concrete mezzanine thick. We're gonna have RPGs here.
We need the RPG hidey hole right here.
You know what would look good up here? 2 guys holding the RPGs. Permanent decorations.
Y'all got any rugs that are rated for RPG?
So what kind of compensation package do these guys get? Like,
And
I've
that's
always wondered, like, what is the pay? What is the benefit package like for a band? What kind of time off do they get? Do they get to see Oh no!
yeah, it just got real, didn't it?
Like, if you're a baddie, are you always on call?
I'm gonna say yes, because you don't
No.
get the luxury of owning your own time. Y'all realize this is all an elaborate locking mechanism?
Again, whoever built this didn't ask any questions.
No.
Those are strong words from a man who worked at Hemlock.
The hemlock. Tyler, I don't think you even know it, but
Wow.
you may have just played yourself.
You just like reached way deep in time.
You may be that man after all. Were you installing any crazy rooms?
There was a lot of weird stuff there, but there weren't any like concrete proof rug. I mean, glass proof rug that I know of.
Alrighty.
I made it to the outside. Ah, yes, an Orlando.
Well, I was thinking more of the Nightmare of Mensis a little bit. No,
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I get that. I get a little bit. An Orlando is just the first thing pops in my head.
I'm actually in an Orlando right now.
How did we know?
Some call it a gift.
I'm about like 5 minutes away from going to watch whatever that is on me off. My allergies are ate up still.
I'm on 2% battery life on my phone.
Gotcha. Dylan, are you close to a good spot?
yes, I can actually go back just a little bit and save. We're at a good place to stop.
When we started this live stream, I was on 15%, so I feel like my
Wow.
phone is doing good.
That is doing well. You know, I didn't expect us to play Resident Evil so long. I actually turned it on just to kill some time between.
It was a filler.
It was a filler. But here we are. The one, the only, the Leon. Where do y'all rank Leon as video game characters go? We'll wrap up on that thought.
I don't know if he's top 10 or not, but he is definitely the only like Resident Evil character I want to see.
Okay. You don't want to see Chop's hand clean off Ethan?
No, it just didn't do it for me. It's not what we grew up with, right? Like it's
Oh,
always
totally different. Totally different. Though the name makes more sense for it, Resident Evil.
Oh yeah.
Totally
Yeah,
different.
or actually, if you flipped around the other way and did Evil Resident, that's more.
It is more accurate.
Fitting.
Evil Resident is very fitting. For Resident Evil 7. Derek, your thoughts on Leon? Is he?
I like him.
Is he? All right, you like him? Have we pegged him as kind of like the soccer player,
I don't know. I don't.
or do you think he's above that?
I think he's way above that. I mean, I just
Okay.
watched him get. I just watched him take 2 grenades like a champ. So.
And it's right.
He might be more like rugby.
Well, I don't.
Yeah.
Do
A
y'all?
little more physical.
Is he Keanu Reeves level yet,
Oh yeah.
or is he not there? Yet?
Close. He's close.
He's close.
Okay, that's it.
He just needs a suit.
I like him better than the characters from the original one.
Yeah, I can say that.
I thought he was which one did he start in? Because I always remember Leon.
I think he was in the first one, but I think you played as multiple people, if I remember it correctly, because
You played as like 4 different people, if I remember right.
Yeah, it seems what I'm
Like
thinking
it
too.
was almost like a soap opera. Like you would do something and you'd go somewhere and do something else.
Might have to pull up some streams and watch some other people play the first.
I think I just moved the scenes around in OBS because I had to look up
Having
something.
coined the term survival horror during its
Resident Evil came out in 1996. That makes sense.
Long time running.
Long time running.
All right.
I take that back. I don't like Leon as much as the older bearded guy in some of the later games.
Yeah. Chris Redfield. I think that's who Derek's talking about. He was evidently you play in Resident Evil 1 as Chris Redfield and Jill Valentine. I remember the name Jill Valentine.
I remember Jill. I think I do remember Chris. Because isn't he the one that has that big Magnum revolver?
Yeah. And then the supporting characters are Barry, who I think's in Resident Evil Revelations as well. Well, actually, I guess all these characters kind of are. But evidently Leon's not in the first game.
I thought he was.
I thought he was too. We have all been upstaged by our lack of knowledge. Unless Derek knew that he wasn't in there. Derek maybe that.
I didn't remember him, but I also remember playing more than 2 people, so...
Well, I think you can play as some of the supporting characters as well. I think there's the main 2, and then there's the supporting ones. Like how in Resident Evil 7, you get to be the people in the VHS tapes for a glimpse.
Yeah.
And I could be totally wrong. I could be mixing Resident Evil games. But that sounds right.
The Russian one was fun.
I think
You're
that's
on that
Barry.
Russian island.
Oh. That's in Resident Evil Revelations 2, isn't it?
Man, I can't remember. If they were just called that one Resident Evil Russian Island, I could keep it straight.
Yeah. Agreed. Well, we'll wrap this up. If anybody's watching this, I hope you had a good time with us. And on that note, God love you. And everybody have a blessed night.
Good night, Joe.
Good night.
Bye.
And I'm going to try to end the stream. The computer's going crazy.